How long had you experienced symptoms before you received the diagnosis?
It was about 13 years.
So another supplementary tool for helping our patients achieve their treatment goal is this digital health coaching world. We're very excited to share with you one such tool called Pack Health.
One of the biggest problems that we have in healthcare is chronic disease management. You know, behavior modification is the key to all of it. It's not just enough to tell people what's wrong with them. You've got to give them the tools so that they can change their behavior. The other providers in the healthcare system don't have the time, don't have the background to really follow up with people and see that they are doing what they're supposed to do. So that's what Pack Health does, is they fill that void.
Do you want to comment, Deepak, on the potential here?
Oh, absolutely. I think there's a lot of potential for e-consults. Actually, back when I was chief of cardiology at the VA here in town, I was tasked with setting up the e-consult service for cardiology. And there, you know, you know this, well, actually, you both know this well. You know, we've got veterans coming in from Maine and all sorts of places. And, you know, having an e-consult service can really help. But even more locally, it can speed up the time to actually getting that opinion. And, you know, a lot of things don't really need a face-to-face. And even if they do, there are ways of remotely checking in on patients with current video technology. So I think there's the opportunity, at least, to improve outcomes, certainly access to care, increase patient satisfaction. Somebody doesn't have to drive in or wait 3 months for an appointment. That can make them happy. And it can improve specialist access. It might even, you know, decrease the cost of care. And it doesn't mean that there won't always still need to be a follow-up in-person visit, but, you know, at least as a first triaging mechanism, it can be quite effective.
Yeah.
We have introduced a new form of visit that is a virtual visit that does not require patients to drive, you know, 50 or 100 miles. They don't have to park the car. They don't have to come into town. This is, and people who often have rheumatic diseases are, you know, maybe not moving as fast, and we have an older population as well, and we also have busy people that you know, probably we'd like to hear from them, but you know, they're just not getting off of work this fast. So Dr. Rochelle Rosian at the Cleveland Clinic has taken this task and developed it. Now, I'll show you one of her virtual visits.
Hi, Mr. Smith. It's Dr. Rosian. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks so much for doing this virtual visit with me today. I hope this works for you.
Yeah, this is great. I was having a hard time getting back to the house, so I just decided to do it from the office.
Okay, good, good. So this is a routine follow-up visit for your rheumatoid arthritis. Is that right?
Yes.
Let me get to your chart and open things up. What would you like to talk about today?
There are other sort of more simple things. And Deepak, I think you've been playing around with a heart rate monitor on your.
I have, and you know. So first, let me just say I don't have any sort of financial interest in this app or company. I only downloaded this 5 minutes before the program. It was easy to download. It was free. And I'm not saying to do it, but the reality is it doesn't matter what I think, because patients are going to be downloading these apps and using them. Not just patients, even just healthy people walking around. So there's going to be a ton of people. So it doesn't really matter whether I think it's a good idea. It doesn't matter what any of us think with that respect. This is the reality. It's the future, right? I mean, it's everybody's got an iPhone or something like that. So let me go ahead now. And again, this was just downloaded for free about 5 minutes before this program started. And I've got my finger on where the camera is, and I'm going to hit the start button here. This is the cardio app. Just went to the App Store and downloaded it.
So you got a good pulse there, it looks like, you know?
It does. It's interesting. When I did it before, it was 60. I guess even without knowing it, my pulse is up because we're on live TV, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But it was about 58, 60 before. Very interesting. But at any rate, you know, this isn't to detect AFib. This is just to detect the heart rate, and it shows the heart rate. It does show, you know, the rhythm in a sense. but it's not really designed for atrial fibrillation detection.
But, you
at
know,
least
the
as best I could
tip-off
tell.
would be oftentimes a rapid heart rate,
Yeah.
you know, is
Yeah.
how atrial fibrillation often presents. That's what the palpitations are, the feeling of breathlessness. Sometimes this feeling of lightheadedness, you know, can be because your heart rate is too fast, and that is also sort of a marker of AF. So important, just that.